In this series, we have discussed how group decision-making is like building a house. If decisions are based on faulty conclusions, the outcome is compromised. A common source of faulty conclusions are logical fallacies, which occur when a person supports a position with misleading, flawed, or outright false argumentation. In our last video, we discussed the appeal to authority fallacy. Bob ignored Billy's concerns about overworked managers taking on additional safety responsibilities by stating,
"Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I'm the boss, so make it happen."
Even if Bob has the authority to demand the additional observations, it doesn't follow that he is right in doing so. A better approach would be to open the discussion by asking Billy,
"Are there other ways you believe the safety concerns at this facility can be addressed?
Or,
are there ways we can free up time for your managers so they can undertake this important task?"
This approach opens the discussion to other ways to address the issue as well as demonstrates Billy's concerns were heard. While Bob may ultimately need to make the final decision, Billy deserves the opportunity to have her concerns heard and to offer alternative solutions. This week, we will discuss a new fallacy. Before we name this week's fallacy, see if you can spot it in the discussion on whether to purchase software. In support of his position not to purchase the software, Jack argues,
"I worked for another company in the early 1990s. We implemented a similar new software and were out of business within 6 months."
Did you spot the problem with Jack's argument? If you guessed the anecdotal evidence fallacy, you would be correct. The anecdotal evidence fallacy occurs when a person supports his or her position based on anecdotal stories, rather than or in spite of objective facts and data. In Jack's case, his anecdotal evidence that a previous employer went out of business is problematic for many reasons, including that Jack has no proof that 1. Because this happened to one company, it would happen to another. 2. The software had anything to do with the demise of the other company. 3. Today's software would be similar to software from the 1990s, given technological advances. And 4. Any similarities that would suggest a repeated outcome, such as the company's sizes, financial health, industries, market shares, or other comparison. The point is not that you shouldn't learn from your past. It is that you should not overly rely on anecdotal evidence, particularly when the connection to the present topic is tenuous. Now let's turn to our other team discussion. Increasing safety observations to decrease the number of injuries occurring at Bob and Billy's facility. Again, Bob wants to increase the number of observations in order to improve safety. Billy is concerned about her overworked staff.
"At my last job, we increased safety observations and we never had another accident again."
How has Bob committed the anecdotal evidence fallacy? In what ways may his previous experience be irrelevant to his current situation? In what ways could it help? In our next episode, we will hear how Bob can avoid the anecdotal evidence fallacy and in what ways his previous experience could be helpful. Then, we will discuss a fallacy that is closely related to the anecdotal evidence fallacy, the correlation and causation fallacy. Until next time, build well.